Right. Have to make sure the audio is working first before we begin. All right, guys, I have to make sure this audio is working. So as soon as someone joins, I'm gonna ask you if the audio is working. And then once I know it's working, we will do the live stream here in Budapest, Hungary, one of the best places for approaching women and dating in the entire world. Not a perfect city. There are pros and cons. I don't know if this is where I'll be based long term yet, but so far in Europe, it's my favorite place. I'm going back to the US for a few months in October. I want to hit up Florida. I'm going to live in Texas for a little bit. And I'm going to go back to my hometown in Arkansas. So for the one person that's in here, let me know, is this audio working? Please tell me in the comment. For the 3 people in here, let me know if this audio is working. I just want to make sure before I really start yapping. And today we're talking about relationships. Awesome, great. So yeah, I'm dating a girl. I actually met a girl on my first day in Budapest 3 months ago. My very first day, which is kind of freaky. Met her through cold approach, of course. And I was so burnt out on one-night stands and shallow, quick, meaningless relationships in Bali. And that's just the nature of living in a place like Bali, where it's a vacation destination and it attracts really wild people that live there. So I was so burnt out on it. I had been fucking around for like fucking 5 years, really, for a long time, that I knew when I came to Budapest, I just wanted something real. And it's funny because if you have game and you approach a lot and you are ready and you're open to something deeper, it happens very fast, in my opinion, when you're truly open. And the only way I was open personally was by tearing through a fucking lot of women. Like, when I say tearing through, I just mean just hooking up, having fun, figuring out what my type is, figuring out what kind of girl I want, figuring out what kind of values I want, figuring out what chemistries I want, you know, physical chemistry, emotional chemistry, intellectual chemistry, figuring out what's most important to me. And I want to dive into some of those things in this video. But yeah, I met the girl I'm dating now. It's interesting. It's not like, I wouldn't call it too official yet, but it's interesting because I don't really feel the urge to pull anyone else or try to. It kind of just feels weird because aside from like a little bit of pleasure and dopamine, there's really nothing to gain if I saw somebody else. And it would be sort of strange to try to build a connection with 2 different people at once. Also, I don't have time for that shit. I'm fucking busy. So I barely have enough time to see the one girl I'm dating now, you know, set up a date, plan stuff. Because when you're in a relationship, you gotta plan shit, you know? If you make it boring, at least in my opinion, if you just make it boring and invite her to your crib every time you see each other and that's it, yeah, it's just boring. There's no spice. So I am dealing with all kinds of relationship things now. It's a whole new game. It's not as fun as the approaching game, but it is more fulfilling because I'm learning way more. With approaching, I felt like I was just stagnating a bit and not really learning anything. I mean, every now and then I'll learn something. I learn stuff every night, but it's just not as much. Like the first year you start approaching, you're learning so fucking much. So much. It's just lessons all day. So guys, by the way, I'm in Budapest. It's a beautiful day. The weather is perfect. And I'm walking to a beautiful monument that I'll show you. Meeting up with 2 clients. We're on day 3 of a intense 5-day boot camp. It's been going very well so far. Wednesday was an amazing day, like some of the best moments coaching that I've had in a long time. One iconic moment, I was like trying to explain escalation, and then I was able to demo it right after, which is very rare where you're able to say, this is how you escalate, and then the next approach, I just did it, which is pretty fucking sick. Made out with some girl. Am I allowed to do that? Fuck yeah, I'm a fucking free man, free agent. I do what I want. Anyways, I'm gonna read some of these comments. The weather's amazing. You're losing motivation since schools are open and you don't feel like approaching women. Yeah, you'll never really feel motivated all the time, especially when it comes to approaching. That's why it's so hard. It's so hard to approach. It takes a lot of willpower. You know you're gonna get rejected a lot. You know approaching is a battle against your own mind. And not everyone wants to go through that battle. And some people, the battle is a lot more intense. Their mind is very negative and it's very hard to do. So you're never gonna feel motivated. You're gonna have to rely on something called discipline. That's the only way out, brother. You'll never feel motivated. We're going there. Oh, we can walk. Here we go. Let's cross the walk. Walk the cross. I always feel nervous live streaming. It's weird. But it's the same thing. I didn't feel motivated to do this live stream. I just did it because I fucking do it, you know? You just got to do it. You never know what might happen. So if you guys have any relationships, questions, or approaching questions, drop it below. I'll tell you how I met my girl. She worked at a massage place. She was not the massage therapist. She was the receptionist. She's younger. And the massage was complete shit. But the massage receptionist was cute as fuck. So I knew I was never gonna go back. So as I left the massage, I asked her to make me a tea. Kind of like a assertive move, by the way. It's like, hey, can you make me a tea after the massage? Because I knew it would buy me time to talk to her. Because if I just stood around afterwards, it would be a little more awkward. So it was just a way to make it less awkward. Asked her to make me a tea. She made me the tea. We talked for about 3, 4, 5 minutes. As I was leaving, I said, hey, let me get your Instagram. I want to take you out. Just direct. It's the cool thing about Eastern Europe is you can just go direct like that. It's one of the few places that you can do that. So that's what I did, bro. Took her on initially we were gonna go see sunset, but it started raining. So I took her to one of my favorite spots. Since I lived in Budapest before, I already knew all the spots. We went to a shisha place, and yeah, that place is goated, bro. I take all my clients, I tell them to take dates there. It's the best place to escalate and just to vibe. The vibes there are great. The service is great, which is kind of rare in Europe. Usually service in Europe is shit. And we just had a good time, made out, took her home. At home is actually where I built most of the comfort, where we were really vibing, watching videos, having fun, listening to music, singing, all that stuff. And from there, we've pretty much been seeing each other every single week. We went on a hike the next week, then we went to like a little fair with rides and stuff, and then we were just doing, oh man, it happened so fast. We were just doing all this relationship type shit really quick, and I think it's kind of just what I was craving. Because I was like, fuck man, it's been so long, you know? I've just been seeing all these stupid hoes in Bali, and they are stupid hoes, trust me. And I love them, and they're beautiful, and they're women, I love women, but goddamn, like, this is the first time I found a girl where I was like, okay, finally, just like a nice, feminine girl who wants kids, great family, all these things. And I didn't see any red flags, haven't seen many red flags, no one's perfect, so I was kind of like, you know what? Let's give this a shot. This is fun. I'm enjoying this. Since then, I haven't pulled, actually that's a lie. That's a fucking lie. But I've only pulled like one time since I've been seeing her, which is not a lot. Like, bro, I go out 5 days a week, sometimes 10 hours a day. I go out a lot. And I've had so many opportunities to pull, but I don't feel motivated to pull. Because I'm like, it'll mess up my sleep. That's the main reason. And then the second reason is just like, it might feel weird after. You know, I don't want to go through that feeling. So I'm just like, yeah, let me just ride this wave, you know? See where this takes, see where this goes. Cool thing is she's really down to be on camera. So you're gonna see some really romantic videos coming out soon. It's gonna be really fun. We went to Malta recently. We're gonna do a lot of fun shit. My birthday's coming up, we're gonna go out. It's gonna be fireworks. Hungarian Independence Day is the day before my birthday. We're gonna go see the fireworks party. It's a lot of fun shit, man, a lot of fun shit. She's actually really good on camera. I think there's a little bit of potential where she could be kind of like a social media girl. I don't know though. I don't know if I would want her to be that, but she is amazing on camera. Like when we're making videos, she's just so feminine and entertaining. I think it's gonna be fun to watch and fun to edit. And yeah, man, dude, it's been a crazy fucking last 3 months, really. Just too many boot camps, man. I'm done doing boot camps like this, man. I'm only going to do one per month from now on, and it's going to be a meetup, like a bigger immersion, and then I have a really sick program I've built out. I built it out last year and I refined it and made it even better now. Because, dude, running 3 immersions where I'm doing these 5-day benders, they take so much out of you. You have no idea. Those late nights, those 10 hours out in the field. Oh man, it's basically, when you go for 3 weeks, you need 1 week to recover. I mean, you honestly need 2 weeks to recover. So you basically, my entire life has been a grind for the last 3 or 4 months because I sold out the summer. But now I'm only doing 1 to 2 immersions per month. And it's better for you guys, it's better for the clients, it's better for the people who come because I'm recharged and motivated to approach. When I'm not motivated to approach, my game suffers, but I can still do it. I can do it without motivation and crush it and pull. I've done that many times, but it's just not ideal. Make sure there's no bugs on this tree. All right. Yeah, I'm in Budapest, man. Better than Krakow. I went to Krakow actually with my girl, and I was disappointed. Went to Croatia, Split, Croatia. Interesting city. I don't regret going there because it was interesting, but not even close to Budapest. Went to Malta, also interesting, not even close to Budapest, but Malta had some fucking baddies. Goddamn, especially if you like Italian baddies. I've been dating for 3 months, brother. Thank you, man. You're blessed as well. We're all blessed. If you're breathing, you're blessed. Finally, it had to happen. Great to see this. Yeah, thank you, brother. Yeah, it was going to happen eventually. It's a lot easier to get in a relationship. This is probably the #1 tip I could give you. It's a lot easier to get into a relationship when you're in a city that you actually like the women and the culture and the dating. It's almost impossible if you're living somewhere where you're not really a fan of what you're like. I meet 500 plus people per week, and some of those are quick interactions, some of those are quick rejections, but out of the 500, I probably talked to 1 or 2 girls where I'm like, yeah, I could see her being a girlfriend. And I know that doesn't sound like a lot out of 500, but that is a lot. Because a life partner is a life partner. So if I'm talking to 500 per week, and out of the 500, 1 or 2 girls I'm talking to per week, I'm like, I would consider dating seriously. That's a lot. In Bali, guess how many girls I found? 6 months in Bali, running 11 immersions, and a lot of like personal immersions as well. So being out a lot, like thousands of approaches in Bali, really tested, field tested. How many girls do you think I met where I considered to have a relationship out of the thousands of approaches? I'm gonna let you guess. Go ahead and guess. How many do you think I found in Bali? This is kind of scary if you think about it. This is the main reason why I would not live there permanent or make it a base. How many girls do you think I met that I would consider? I'm trying to think in my head right now. Out of let's say each immersion's about 500 approaches, 500 times 10, out of let's say 5 to 7,000 approaches. Probably more than that. I don't even know how many approaches. How many? Yeah, 0. I can't think of one. I'm thinking of all the girls I even slept with. None of them I would date seriously. None of them. And they were amazing girls. Like a lot of them are really cool, like entrepreneur type girls, which is unique and it's a unique experience. But like so many red flags, like just like masculine energy sometimes, or like a lot of guy friends. There's all these red flags. 0, dude. 0. Fucking 0, bro. That's crazy. So how hard is it to get in a relationship when you're not running into anyone? Compared to when you go to a place like this is the best place. Yeah, 0, dude. I literally can't remember one girl. Literally. And Bali, the problem is there probably were some girls that would be relationship worthy, but just the Bali, Canggu, where I was living, was not conducive to it. There's so much competition, hypergaming, and it's just like not the environment where girls are giving you that personality, you know? So it's not even just them, it's also the environment and the kind of people it attracts or whatever. But yeah, it's like when you live in a place long-term, because I have been traveling honestly, since 2020, I've been traveling. The most I stayed in a place was 1 year in Orlando since 2020, and I got into a relationship then. It seems like anytime I just root down and stay in a place for more than 6 months, that's usually when a relationships start to form. So and that's when you're approaching. If you're not approaching, you can just be lonely forever. So honestly, the foundation of all of this is you got to be out approaching. This is also a key to keeping the relationship healthy, in my opinion. Okay, so I've been dating a girl 3 months. I see her at least once per week, but sometimes more. I've been on many trips with her. Obviously, problems are gonna arise, or like little hiccups and stuff like that. I think, I'm not the relationship guy, but I think that's normal, right? I mean, you guys can tell me. When something happens and a problem arises and the validity of the relationship is questioned, where I'm like, okay, is this really what I want? Am I panicking because I have zero options? Or am I like, fuck it, well, I'm back in the game then, you know? I'm just back in the game. I have, and okay, this is gonna sound like I'm bragging but it is just true. I have, when I open up my phone, I have maybe since April, 20 to 30 girls I could hit up for a date. And that's not that much. I don't even try to close half the time, but the nature of my job puts me in front of so many people, and then I get a lot of Instagrams, and I follow up with almost zero. I'm gonna say I don't follow up with anyone. There's some girls that are gonna be like, damn, shit, I'm gonna have to try. If I'm being honest, bro, y'all be being some baddies. But I really don't put much, and I don't have time, number one, but also, I follow up with so little, bro, so little. It's crazy, but if I ever wanted to get back in the game, it wouldn't be a panic. It wouldn't be like, okay, fuck, this relationship isn't working. I'm pretty non-emotional about it. I'm pretty like, it is what it is. Like if this checks off all the boxes, let's go. If this doesn't, I'm back in the game. It's not like it's not stressful. And I think if I didn't know game and I didn't have the job I have and I didn't have the routine of approaching, it would be a lot more, I would put up with a lot more bullshit. So whenever things arise, like problems arise in a relationship, to my knowledge, when you don't have a boundary and when she can tell you wouldn't leave her no matter what, and you're just kind of stuck and you're needy, I feel like that's when even great girls, even amazing girls will kind of push that boundary a little bit and run all over you. And I feel like that was me in my first relationship because I was in a place where I had so little options. I was in Arkansas and there's nothing out there. So whenever a problem would arise, I actually broke up with her. It was a 3-year relationship. But then after like a week or two, I just get back because you get lonely and it's like you have no options. And every single time you sacrifice your boundary for, because you're lonely or something and you have no options, they respect you less. And that relationship turned into me being such a beta male, such a fucking punk. Like the stories I could tell you are so embarrassing. Funny enough, my ex saw my videos before, someone told me, and she saw a video where I was talking about, I have a video, 5 red flags to look out for in a relationship. It was like one of my first videos, and I was talking all about her, and I made it clear it was about her. I didn't say her name, but the funny thing, but she watched it. I thought that was pretty funny. And they were all very, very true, and I wasn't perfect either. I made that clear in the video as well. I was definitely not perfect either. We were both toxic. All right, let's read some of these. Okay, Vinny, you're the only girl who consistently watches my videos. Shout out to you. Shout out to you. That's pretty interesting. Why wouldn't you date them? You mean in Bali? Too liberal. That's the short answer. Too progressive. Like male friends, like lots of male friends who all want to fuck her. And that's normal in Bali, or normal in some places, I guess. But it's not normal. That's probably the main one. It's just like constant guys trying to get her. And also Bali's terrible for relationships. Ask anybody. And then because of this reason, Bali is the fuckboy. It's like Love Island. Like you'll never go to a place with more attractive guys than Bali. You know how like guys go to Latin America because there's so many baddies? That's the girls' version of Latin America is like Bali and Australia. And that's fine, that's great. But Bali is like all the red flags you would see in a relationship on steroids. So I wouldn't date a girl because it's just too much competition, number one, in Bali. And also just like progressive ideals, like, yeah, I have guy friends, I'm gonna go grab coffee with them and hang out with them. And it's just like, dude, I don't play that game, in my opinion. And maybe a little bit of that is fine, but in my opinion, that's just a fast way to, like the minute you have a hiccup or something happens, she's gonna go see your male friend and they're gonna be whispering in her ear like, yeah, he sucks, blah, blah, blah. Because guys are like, beta male dudes are fucking gay like that. And yeah, what else? What else were the problems in Bali? I don't know, just a lot of toxic. There was just a lot of toxic girls in Bali, it felt like. I'm trying to think of a specific example. But the hyper gamey stuff, that's probably the number one. Yeah, like, okay, the only girl that I even like remotely considered, and I'm not gonna say her name, she's been in some of my videos, and she was amazing. I will say she was fucking amazing. She was great. She would tell me about like all of her, like, yeah, I'm seeing this guy, I'm seeing that guy, and like, the girls just don't know game out there. Like, they're like, I'm seeing this guy, I'm seeing that guy, and blah, 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 and yeah, and this guy took me here, and like, she's like, she basically let me know that like I'm one of her many options that she's considering long term. I'm like, you don't tell a guy that. Like, you just, the guy, like, we just lose interest after that. And then she was cool though. She was so smart. I loved talking to her. Like, genuinely one of the best flings I've ever had. But just the things she would tell me, I'd just be like, well, I can't date you seriously now. I mean, fucking hell. And a little bit too masculine. Some of the girls there are a little bit too masculine. Like, they are, because to live in Bali, you have to have an online career, which is actually a lot more difficult than people think at first. So they grind really hard and they become a little bit more tapped in their masculine. Like, the amount of girls, the most beautiful girls I would see that I realized were super masculine. Like, it was everywhere, like super duper masculine. Actually, this was probably the second biggest reason. Like, they would be, they're just girl bosses, you know, like, and that's cool, and I respect it, but it's not good for a relationship, in my opinion, or at least not what I want. And they're like in the fight gym, you know, trying to fight, and then they're like, it's just like, I felt like every girl I dated, it was like a dilemma where they were trying to be feminine and masculine at the same time, and it just was not. Whereas the girl I'm dating now, she's just tapped into her feminine. Of course, everyone has a little masculine, every girl has masculine energy. She would, you know, the girl I'm dating now, she wants to have like a career and wants to find her passion and all these cool things. But I can tell naturally the girl I'm dating now, she's not like super ambitious like that. Like, she doesn't want to be stressed from work all day, because that's what running a business is like. So what's going on right here? We got some people, some old peoples. That's cool. All right, let me see if, I hope that all made sense. I'm new to all this. I'm still learning. What time is it? Oh, okay, guys, I have to go to boot camp. It's 3:02. I'm 2 minutes late. I'm already at the spot here. And yeah, girl in chat, shout out to you, Veni Vivi. I want more girl viewers, because it would be cool to, I love learning from the girls I talk to. Like, definitely opens up my mind, new perspectives. Bali is hell for relationships. Doing the same with girls, it would be repulsive. Awesome. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Shout out to everyone in here. I'm running back to boot camp. I have 2 epic students this week. They're really cool. One of them is such a Chad. He just needs help with escalating. And that's the only thing I'm helping him with. And besides that, he's so much cooler than me in every area. But I'm glad I can help him. All right, guys. Peace and love. I'll see you guys in the next one.